guys, I'm going to show you today how to make meatballs. I think it's an easy recipe for kids. Adults like it too, and it just kind of, we throw it together with some marinara sauce, which I've got Mergland organic, but you can use Prego, Ragu, whatever you've got to put on top of it. So that's the way I cook it. But first of all, I've got my hamburger meat, and you need 2 pounds of hamburger meat. I also have all the essentials, but I also add some things in. So as I go through, I'll show you how I do that. But first of all, we take our meat out of the package. I've got a bowl right here. And so we're gonna throw in 2 pounds of hamburger meat. And I just thawed this out, so some of it's still frozen. But so I'm gonna take 2 pounds. This is a 3-pound package, so I'm just gonna get 2 pounds out of it. Save the rest for something else. So there's my 2 pounds. Then I'm going to, into my into this mixture, I'm going to put in, I already mixed up, this is a garlic, 2 teaspoons of garlic, 2 teaspoons of onion, and a little bit of oregano. You can do, I know you might have, I think we gave you at one point Italian seasoning. Pour that in there. That's always great, and a really wonderful taste that you can, or seasoning that you can put in. Then I put in my eggs, so 2 eggs. So right here, 2 eggs. And you can put this in a mixer if you want. I kind of like getting my hands all dirty. Make sure you wash your hands before. Of course, we know about washing our hands. We've been doing that for a while. And we hopefully even before that we were washing our hands. So I'm going to do that. You also want to put salt and pepper in. And I will get that in a minute. Probably want to do that before you get the egg in there. Kind of messy. But so I've got that mixed. I put in a little bit of applesauce too. Let me get some paper towels so I can wash that off my hand. And I'm going to get some salt and pepper. Well, actually, I don't like pepper, so I'm just going to put salt in, but you can put pepper in if you want. So I just put a little bit of salt. You can just grab a little salt shaker and dump it in. And then, so I've got my seasoning in now. I have just a little bit of unsweetened applesauce, which I put in. It kind of gives a little bit of that sweet taste, but no sugar. So I put that in. That really makes it moist. Now also what I do, because my husband doesn't like vegetables, so I sneak them in things. So I actually have my blender ready to blend a little bit of mushrooms, and garlic. And so I'm putting those in here. Oh, and I put in a little bit of spinach. So just, and you know, again, you don't have to do it if you don't have it. You can put frozen spinach in if you want, but you have to drain it if you do. So I put that in my blender, and here's my little, it's a Ninja blender, which I love, but I use it for everything. But anyway, so I'm gonna grind it up, and I'm gonna plug it in first, and I'm gonna grind it up. And you can do, again, you can chop up your spinach if your kids are vegetable sensitive. I like to hide it, so I'm going to grind it up really fine. And the mushrooms give it the moisture that also the applesauce does too. So it's really good. They're going to be moist, and tender and good. I don't use crumbs in mine because it's, I'm trying to do low carb. So, okay, I think that's probably enough. So anyways, then I take my blender with all my smushed up stuff. Also helps if you add a little water to that. But anyway, I pour it in. And again, you don't have to do it. You can just do, stop and there's still leaves. It didn't get ground up. So anyway, I put all that in. Which adds a little more flavor, but again, you don't have to do it. You can also add cheese. I have, oops, that didn't grind up either. I have a little grinder that's really better than this one. This is more for smoothies. But anyway, taking out the big pieces. So I'll use those for something else. Making pizza tonight, I'll use that for pizza. But, so anyway, grind it all up. I mean, you mix it all together after it's been ground up. And again, mushrooms, I know some kids don't like mushrooms, so you don't have to do it. I've done it where I ground it up finer than this, and my grandkids didn't know, and they liked them. So I think it depends on the sauce you use on the over the meatballs too. If it's really good and they love it. I think Prego's good. Just need that moisture when you're cooking. So next I take it and I roll it into balls. And what I want to do first, then so I'm making the meatballs. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. What I like to do is add, so in my slow cooker, which is here, I put, you can also, if you have an Inspot, you can cook them in 15 minutes, but if not, I'm not sure how long it takes. I've always used the Inspot, but we're going to do slow cooker today, so I'll have to find out how long it takes. So here's a slow cooker. I think so I'm going to open my can of I do make a mess when I cook. I'm sorry. I do. I really do. I have a clean counter, but I do kind of make a mess. I'm going to pour in, and this is chunky vegetable. So, and then I'm going to put my meatballs in around the bottom of the Crock-Pot. So if you have that sauce seasoning at the bottom, or the sauce at the bottom, then so just round up. So again, you have to use mushrooms, and you don't have to put the spinach in. The eggs you have to do, and the seasoning. And I think I like to have a little bit of you can also put Parmesan cheese in, and that also holds it together and adds that little wonderful taste. I forgot that part. I didn't get the cheese, but I'm gonna put cheese on top after, a little sprinkle of cheese on each one when I get them out, and then use the sauce over it. So I'm just putting them in around the pot. You can stack them too. They'll get cooked, and put them all around. This is the boring part, I guess, just mixing around, but I think it's good to see. I don't know, to see how you do it. I love working with my hands, so get them dirty, and with the mushrooms, it's also, again, I don't know if your kids like mushrooms. I have one set of grandkids that love mushrooms and another that wouldn't like them at all. So you can put them in a lot of things. I will saute them in olive oil with a little bit of garlic salt, and put them on top of a pizza. And I bought the cauliflower pizza dough, which is not bad. And I put that in the oven. There's one with 3 cheese, which is really good. And I put that in the oven, and then I top it with sauteed mushrooms. And we really like that. You can also put a little chicken on top, and you can buy the other, I forget what it's called, those pizza crusts. And have them on hand. You can buy those when they're on sale or whatever, and put them in your freezer, and then just pull them out and put even hamburger meat, cook some hamburger meat, and then put a little bit of cheese on it, and then you've got that too. So, and what I do with these, once they're cooked, I serve them, well, when my grandkids are here, I serve them, which they haven't been, but I serve it with green beans on the side, and a cut up apple, and then they've got a little bit of everything. And if they really, every once in a while they want something, we have popsicles, and we do popsicles from Budget Savers, so which is a great company of Wheeling, and they do a lot of great for the community. So we love that, and that's what they have for. I send them outside or on the kitchen floor sitting on the kitchen floor so they don't drip, with a wonderful popsicle color of their choice. So that's what we do. So, okay, so I've got all the meatballs in. I think it made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 24. So I probably made them a little bigger. So it might be 22. But so now they're ready to cook. I'm going to pour the remaining jar, which is half, over top of this. And I think because it's slow cooking, I'm going to add a little water. So I'm just going to fill this jar with water, and swish it around and put a little bit of that in. That'll make sure it doesn't burn. So put that in. I just fill it half up, and put the top on. And go to Crock-Pot. I'm going to, slow cook. And I think this probably only takes 2 hours, so I'm going to set it for 2 hours. I'll let you know if it's different. So we're going to do 2 hours. 2 hours and start. So that is the way to make meatballs, and I'll be back with you to show you what they turned out, how they turned out. Hopefully they will, and they'll be great. So that's meatballs for dinner. Hi everybody, meatballs are finished. Took about 2 hours in the crock pot. I think you could also, if you didn't want to do a crock pot and you had an oven, you could put it on a cookie sheet lined with aluminum foil or parchment paper, and just put it in the oven for about an hour, and they would cook, maybe even 45 minutes. So anyway, here they are. Let me show you the size that they turned out to be. And I use a slotted spoon because it's kind of greasy. So this is the size, if you can see the meatball, and I'm just putting it in a little bowl. Then I have a chunk of Parmesan cheese that I just took the grater and just grated it. Parmesan cheese is a little bit better for you because it doesn't have as much fat. So, and it's a little milder. So I'm going to put that, I'll sprinkle that on top of my meatballs and serve them that way. But you can also use, this is Mid's marinara sauce. You can use, again, Prego, Ragu, and put that over top, serve it with spaghetti, rice. You can make a meatball sandwich. So I'm just going to sprinkle this cheese on top, if you can see. And you know what? If your kids don't like Parmesan, there's cheddar cheese or mozzarella cheese, whatever. So it just makes it look a little more fun. So that is meatballs. And I just serve it with get a can of green beans, heat them up. You can also put a little cheese on the green beans too. And then, of course, cut an apple up or an orange or whatever, and you've got a meal. So that's the meatball story. Have fun. Bye.